Hello and welcome to this Monitor Lifts presentation. As Australia's original and leading spider lift provider, we're very pleased to bring this training package to you. Monitor's focus is on providing specialised access solutions with dedicated customer support, and it's this support that really makes a difference. So assuming that you're aware of the basic safety aspects of operating elevating work platforms, we'll now take you through an induction on the Monitor lift and show you the key features that will help make operating this machine safe, efficient and enjoyable. Hello and welcome to Monitor Lift's Leguan 160. Being a very similar machine to the Leguan 130, we're going to cover both models in this induction. So let's have a little look at how to start this machine and operate it. Firstly, have a look at the ID plate on the other side of the chassis to familiarise yourself with the basic key specifications. Firstly, what we need to do is turn the battery isolator key on and make sure that our e-stops are disengaged both at the ground controls and also in the basket. We will then turn our ignition key on to the start position in the basket and also at the ground controls. Firstly, what we want to do is run through our pre-op checks. So we'll turn our selector key to the ground control position and we're right to start the engine and do some checks. So now we're good to start the engine, which we do with the engine start key located at the ground controls. And we can adjust the throttle from the basket or from the ground with the throttle lever. On a cool morning, you may need to preheat the engine. To do that, select the basket controls. Remember to glow the engine first by just holding the start key at the first click and waiting for the orange light to go out, and then start the engine. To operate the Leguan 160 on electricity, firstly we need to plug in the extension lead. So now we've got the extension lead plugged in. Use this switch to select electricity, and now we can start and stop the electric motor with the ignition key. To drive the machine, select drive control and use these two levers for driving the machine backwards and forwards. Driving the machine manually with these two control levers, it's safest to do it from the platform position. This machine is also equipped with an optional radio control unit, so let's have a look at how that one works. So let's have a look at how to operate the machine with the radio control drive unit. Firstly, turn the remote control selector on. Release the e-stop on the remote control. Activate it with the start switch. And then we can start and stop the electric motor with the green button. This then gives us drive control to move the machine backwards and forwards. Remember, when you're driving the machine remotely, always stand a couple of metres clear of the machine, especially if you're in confined areas. And also, if you're on a slope, you can use the stabiliser legs for added security by lowering them down, clearing the ground by approximately a foot for added security. Please note that if we're operating the machine on the diesel engine, you do have a glow plug button here and start and stop the diesel engine on these two buttons. We also have a high and low range selector switch. So with the radio control unit, when the battery gets low, simply unclip the battery and swap it out for the one that's charging up inside this cover. So once we're in position and ready to set our stabiliser legs, first we need to go to the selector switch and select stabiliser leg control, and then operate our 4 leg levers individually. We'll always use 2 legs together to make sure the machine sets up smoothly and evenly. Make sure that you're on firm and hard ground Otherwise use stabiliser pads or reposition the machine if in doubt. And make sure that your tyres or tracks are at least 50 to 100 millimetres clear of the ground. So when our stabiliser legs have the correct pressure on them, the 4 red LED lights will go out and the green light will come on, indicating that the machine is ready to elevate. We can then turn the basket selector on and the machine is ready for elevation. Before elevating, also make sure that the machine is nice and level by checking on the bubble indicators. So once your pre-op checks are all done, your logbook signed off, we can turn the selector key to the basket position, get your harness on and get to work. Clip our harness onto the lanyard hook point, start the engine, or the electric motor in this case. Foot on the dead man pedal, and we're good to fly. If we have a fault with the machine, we've got emergency lowering controls located in the basket and also on the chassis. From the basket position, we select from one of these 3 buttons to lower the relevant boom. We lower the fly jib, press and hold, upper boom and lower boom. Simply press and hold those buttons and release when you're at the required level. For emergency lowering from the ground position, use these 3 buttons to bring the booms down. Simply press and hold these buttons one at a time to bring the individual booms down. And to do an emergency slew function, we utilise the crank handle, which is located here. So to slew the machine around manually, we'll use the crank handle, remove the little dust cap, place the crank handle over the shaft and turn the handle. So now your job's done, remember that you've got to stow all of the booms before you can operate the stabiliser legs or drive. As with all machinery, it's most important that operators are properly trained in the safe use of the equipment. In Australia, for boom lifts with a floor height of over 11 metres, operators must have a national boom type elevating work platform licence. For smaller boom lifts, scissor lifts, vertical mast lifts and other types of access machinery, Monitor Industries recommends the Elevating Work Platform Association's yellow card. However, due to the many different makes and models of machines that are currently on our market, it's also important that the operators are trained in the safe use of the particular model that they're using. For this purpose, Monitor Industries have put together training packages specific to each model. In every machine from Monitor you'll find an operator's manual, a risk and hazard assessment and also a machine-specific Monitor induction form. We recommend that every operator is taken through that induction form prior to using the machine. To obtain a certified trained operator licence for this machine, however, an authorised Monitor trainer will have to provide the induction. We'd like to thank you and all the best from the Monitor team. For any other technical information, please get on to www.monitor.net.au or call us on 1800 025 024. And thank you for watching.